Hi everyone, this is Ty Williams. How everyone is doing today? I'd like to discuss this whole Fiend Princess Alexa Bliss storyline, which I love because it's so intriguing to me and so interesting to me because I feel like we saw Alexa Bliss in the horror show at Extreme Rules as Sister Abigail, and we are very surprised by this, and we very taken back by this because we never thought Alexa Bliss appeared in Fiends, the Fiends illusion, and people who follow the Fiend, he always do these weird and creepy illusions on people's fears or people's weaknesses and everything about people that is very dark, very creepy, and very twisted. And I feel she is the key to everything on the Fiend's plan. And the question is what is the Fiend's plan with Alexa Bliss? And I have a couple of theories and couple of insights on the storyline. Despite that I did my research, I did pick up certain things, even I put a lot of information down below. You look at the red arrow and point down below of the theories that gonna happen in this storyline, or what Alexa Bliss gonna do with the Fiend. So my question theory on this is, will Alexa Bliss bring Nikki Cross to the Fiend for a sacrifice to Sister Abigail? That is the question. So let's go back to, we see Alexa Bliss at the horror show in Extreme Rules when Braun Strowman versus the Fiend. So we see them in this match, seem like a movie, and they wrestle each other, and then all of a sudden Alexa Bliss appeared in front of Braun Strowman, and the Fiend beat him with Alexa Bliss as Sister Abigail. And then couple days later, you see Alexa Bliss with Nikki Cross, and she is with Nikki Cross to face Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Champion. And we know that Nikki Cross lost to Bayley because of Sasha Banks and Bayley cheated. So Nikki Cross was so frustrated and pissed off that she lost, and she took her frustration and anger and pushed Alexa Bliss. And I feel like it's a foreshadowing on what is going to happen to Nikki Cross versus Bayley at the Clash of Champions. We're going to get to that. So while Alexa Bliss was in the floor, middle of the ring since Nikki Cross pushed her and walked out of the ring and into the back. And you feel sadness for her. You feel bad for her because Nikki Cross just lost the title match against Bayley, and we thought that Nikki Cross gonna turn heel. But we see all the red appear, and we like, oh my goodness, what is going on here? And then we see the Fiend, and the Fiend appears, and you see Alexa Bliss was being terrified, but also being intrigued by the Fiend. And then all of a sudden, he attacked her. And we doesn't know what is going on. So the couple of days later, she appeared again, looking strangely different from her appearance. Like, we see her not looking like Alexa Bliss. Like, she is Alexa Bliss, but she becoming a different person or a different entity that is controlling her. Like the way she dressed, her pigtails is similar like the Fiend. So what is the deal with Alexa Bliss' new look and hairstyle? But here's the creepy part. So Alexa Bliss is being overly happy and give Tamina the cup, and Tamina like, oh, hi, Alexa Bliss, blah, blah, blah. And then you see Nikki Cross trying to apologize to Alexa Bliss. And Alexa Bliss seemed very happy and like forgiving, and all of a sudden, Nikki Cross say the Fiend's name. And you see she froze and got angry and snapping at Nikki Cross. And you see Tamina, you see Nikki Cross was shocked by this. And Alexa Bliss walk away. And that's when things get a bit creepy, and get confusing, and it's lots of layers in this storyline. And then she did the Sister Abigail on Nikki Cross. Sister Abigail on Nikki Cross. And I thought, oh yeah, she gonna turn heel. She gonna turn heel. But she was in a trance and just walk away. And she got Nikki Cross to win the Fatal 4-Way. And that's when Nikki Cross gonna confront Alexa Bliss about her strange behavior, and they did at the moment of Bliss, and they was talking about Alexa Bliss behavior, and Nikki Cross saying like, why you hit the Sister Abigail? Do you remember hitting me? And Alexa Bliss like, no, I don't remember nothing. I don't remember anything at all. And she's trying to tell Nikki Cross like, this is not me. I don't know what's going on. And even her body language, you can tell she have two personality. Like the one that she talked to Alexa Bliss, she looked frightened. She's like, I don't know what's going on with me. And then she switched it to someone else. Just look at the clip. I got a clip down below that you could see it, but it's just like she experienced two people in her body. But anyway, Lacey Evans came in, and this is the biggest hint that something gonna go down in a Clash of Champions involving Nikki Cross. Alexa Bliss was telling Nikki Cross, saying that, oh, you're gonna win because Sasha is not in Bailey's corner no more, and you got a chance to beat Bailey. Lacey Evans came in and say that you're never gonna beat Bailey because you was too naive, too nice, and too kind, and you are too weak. And that's when Nikki Cross had enough, grabbed Lacey Evans, those tissues, those white tissue, grab it, blow her nose. I just love Nikki Cross. She's just so crazy, but I love it. I love that about her. So they got into it and they have a match, and Nikki Cross got aggressive and just beating the piss out of Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans, she's approved. She's getting better in the ring. And they just started going at it until Nikki Cross beat her with a nice tornado DDT with a swing neck breaker on the ropes, which is so cool. And she shouldn't keep it with her finishing move. But anyway, Nikki Cross beat Lacey Evans. So Lacey Evans got upset, got in her feelings, had a temper tantrum, screaming at the commentator, screaming at Michael and Corey Graves, and even Alexa Bliss, and one sentence that set off Alexa Bliss from Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans told Alexa Bliss, "What you gonna do, huh? Alexa, what you gonna do, huh? You gonna send the Fiend to do your dirty work for you, huh, Alexa? Huh, Alexa?" Once Lacey Evans say that to Alexa Bliss, here we go again. She's transformed. She is this Fiend, and she's walking behind Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans just started cursing at Michael Cole and Corey Graves, and Corey Graves pay attention, like, look, she's walking. She's walking. And Lacey doesn't care, just in them, until Alexa Bliss grabbed her and did a Sister Abigail on her, hitting her. And you see Alexa Bliss just walking away, and people was like looking at her like, what the hell? And even she walked in the back, the interviewer, I forgot her name, sorry, trying to interview her, and you see Nikki Cross behind her, and that's like a hint or a symbol of something. Of, you see Nikki Cross behind, like trying to chase behind Alexa Bliss, but she's standing there looking scared, looking petrified, because of what she witnessed and what she see Alexa Bliss. Like that is not Alexa Bliss. It's someone else. And I feel that WWE got big plans for Nikki Cross in this storyline, because I feel like they want to push other women talents since the Steph Rowland comments about the women's not stepping up their game. But I'm not going to talk about this. I'm not going to talk about it here. But I feel like WWE have a very cool idea for Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. And I have a theory on what's going to happen to Nikki Cross in the Clash of Champions this coming Sunday. And this is what I think. So let's get back to the story. So we see Alexa Bliss is not Alexa Bliss when someone called the Fiend's name to her. And my theory is that Nikki Cross say in her interviews she want to save Alexa Bliss from the Fiend. And even she say quote saying that I want to save Alexa Bliss, but I have a feeling something bad is going to happen. And the way she say in her interview, she probably think that something bad gonna happen to Alexa Bliss, but not herself. And if you go back to Lacey Evans say a comment to Nikki Cross about her not gonna beat Bayley because she's too naive, too kind, too weak. Because of these things, it's like she's telling Nikki Cross, you got to go back of who you are, and go back to who you are as this lunatic, as this crazy psycho that raise hell and get crazy and nuts. Like, she is this lunatic that is unstable when she was in NXT, and now Nikki Cross is more kinder, more sweet, more lovable, more cute, and more friendly in the main roster instead of NXT. She's not like that in NXT. But look at her in the main roster. She's all bubbly and full of energy and full of excitement, and she got that craziness, but she lost her insanity, her unstability. You get what I'm coming from? And I feel that Nikki Cross gonna play an interesting role in this storyline. And my question is to you guys, and then we're gonna go up to the theory. Will Alexa Bliss bring Nikki Cross to the Fiend for a sacrifice to Sister Abigail? That's the question. You can feel free to comment down below, but here is my theory. I believe, and this is a fan theory, this is my theory. I truly believe Alexa Bliss is going to sacrifice Nikki Cross to the Fiend So Sister Abigail or Abby the Witch to possess Nikki Cross. Think about it. Nikki Cross is a sheep. And a sheep is an animal that is pure. That's where people sacrifice sheep to their goddess or to their god. And Nikki Cross symbolized the sheep. And that's why Bailey always referred Nikki Cross as a sheep. You get what I'm coming from? And I feel that Nikki Cross versus Bailey gonna be the much watch because Alexa Bliss gonna be with Nikki Cross when Nikki Cross gonna face Bailey at the Night of Champions. And I feel that her transformation gonna start at the Clash of Champions. And her transformation is gonna be something to do of her sacrificing Nikki to the Fiend. And I believe if WWE did this story right of how Nikki Cross gonna turn Sister Abigail by Alexa Bliss causing the match between Nikki Cross versus Bailey. And the way WWE gonna do it is that Bailey gonna say the Fiend's name. And you're gonna see Alexa Bliss twitching. And you're gonna see the light flicker. And have Bailey say the Fiend first time. Alexa Bliss twitch. Lights flicker. Bailey say the name again the second time. You will see Alexa Bliss shake. And the lights flicker again. The third time, that's when Alexa Bliss gonna attack Bailey and cause a disqualification to Alexa Bliss. Because if you look back on Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross fighting Bailey for the SmackDown Women's Champion, you see there is a foreshadowing at the beginning. And I feel that Bailey gonna release the new Alexa Bliss. And that's when we're gonna see the new character of Alexa Bliss. I could see her wearing a mask. I could see her attacking Bailey, and then Nikki Cross grab Alexa Bliss, and then the room or the ring turned black, like everything went black, and you see the new Alexa Bliss, like the new female Fiend, and you see Nikki Cross facing the female Fiend, or facing a new Alexa Bliss, middle of the ring, and everything is dark. Like, you don't see nobody, everything is dark, and you see the light. You see Alexa Bliss in the middle facing Nikki Cross, and Nikki Cross looked terrified and scared, and she's yelling at Alexa Bliss, like, who are you? This is me, Nikki Cross. Who are you? And then Alexa Bliss do this new finisher, a new move on Nikki Cross. And she look up to the cameras and just look down. And that's when you see the Fiend coming in. And Alexa Bliss grab Nikki Cross, and that's when Braun Strowman make the save, and Alexa and the Fiend disappear. That's what I like to see happening, because I feel if it does happen, it will make good television, make good TV. It does. So this is all I have to say. This is Ty Williams. Good day.